Hello, hello, hello for all people community. What's up? Mike R here. This is your Tuesday email virtual yoga class of the week. Want to give a little shout out and some special thanks to my friend and the heel coordinator there at All Peoples, Jess Grady. Jess does an awesome job. I record these classes different times every week, and I have to text her and find out times to get on Zoom. And she always just takes really good care and then uploads them to YouTube and then gets them out to you in an email by Tuesday. So thank you, Jess. Without her, I would just be talking to myself on a screen. Let's flow, slow flow yoga. My name is Mike R. Happy to be here, as always, on a Tuesday inbox. This class, though, if you want to take this class 3 or 4 days in a row, there's nothing wrong with that either. Today, we are going to begin class in honor of that Hallmark holiday we just had 2 days ago, Valentine's Day, in a heart opener. Couple different options to begin class. I'm going to make a suggestion, laying back down on the mat, arms open, palms to the ceiling, knees touching, or if you want to move to Supta Baddha Konasana, knees extending out. So a couple options here. I'm going to begin with my legs on about the width of each mat, and then knees touching. Heart is open, and we're just going to settle into the breath. Letting that love come in, opening the heart, finding what gives us joy. And beginning to breathe, Ujjayi, in through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Taking 10 rounds of breath here, giving yourself the greatest love you can give. Self-love, love of yourself. When you can love yourself, you can love the world and your life. But it starts with your heart. Letting that Ujjayi breath build in through the nose and out through the nose. Three more rounds of breath here. And on the next exhale, opening the eyes if they were closed, fluttering the eyes back and forth. And we're going to take a little windshield wiper of the legs since we're already here. Letting the knees fall to the right, gaze looks out over the left shoulder, and breathing in here. And on the next exhale, coming back to center, moving the legs over to the right and letting the knees fall out to the left. Gaze looks out over the right shoulder. And on the next exhale, bringing those knees back up. And we're going to bring knees into the chest. If you want to wrap your hands around making a ball, rolling side to side, massaging that low back. And we're going to get a little core work going here. On the next exhale, we're going to lift up, shoulders up the mat. Legs can be parallel. Shins can be parallel to the ceiling, or you can extend those legs out into low Navasana, low boat pose. And on the next exhale, bringing the knees into the chest, lowering down, rolling side to side. We're going to do that low boat pose 2 more times. So on the next exhale, squeezing up, staying here, or extending those legs long. And on the next exhale, knees into chest, lowering down, rolling side to side. One more round. Lifting up, extending out. And on the next exhale, knees into chest. Let it pour out of the mouth, maybe with an audible exhale. Left leg extends long, right knee into the chest, making some ankle circles. And we're going to extend the sole of the foot, right sole of the foot to the top of the ceiling, to the top of the ceiling now. You can also wrap peace fingers around big toe if that feels comfortable. You can stay stagnant here, or you could maybe sway the leg back and forth, warming up the hips just a little bit here. We're going to move into a supine twist in just a moment. 2 more rounds of breath with the sole of the foot extended up. And on the next exhale, knee into chest, taking that left hand on the right knee and sweeping it over. Right arm extends long, gaze looks out over your right shoulder, supine twist. And on the next exhale, coming back to heart center. Right ankle, left knee, threading the needle here with the hands. Number 4 hip opener. Circling the ankles if you want to snap, crackle, and pop like I am. And on the next exhale, letting it go. We're going to switch sides. Left knee into the chest. And on the next exhale, let's extend that left sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Peace fingers can wrap around the big toe if that's comfortable. A little early in the practice for that. If you haven't moved, I already did a practice at a studio this morning, so I'm a little warmed up here. Maybe swaying side to side if that feels good for you. And on the next exhale, letting it go. Right hand, left knee, supine twist. Gaze looks out over that left arm. One more round of breath here. And on the next exhale, sweeping it back over. Left ankle, right knee, threading the needle. Number 4 hip opener. And on that next exhale, letting it all go. Just taking one round of breath here. And on the exhale, rolling to the side, moving into a comfortable seated position or rolling back and forth and rolling over the knees. We're going to meet in Balasana, child's pose. So however you want to get there, however it serves you. Sinking the hips back, child's pose. 3 rounds of breath. Creating some length in that back. And on the next exhale, walking the hands over to the right, left palm on top of the right, sinking back in, creating some length in that left side body, stretching out the obliques. And on the next exhale, switching sides, right palm on top of left hand, over on the left, creating some length in that right side body. And on the next exhale, walking the hands back to center, pushing up into our tabletop position. Inhale, belly down, gaze lift for cow. Exhale, curling in for cat pose. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Gaze looks out over the left shoulder. 2 rounds of breath. Coming back to center. Gaze looks out over the right shoulder. 2 rounds of breath. Coming back to center. Extending left leg long. And we're going to go 3 rounds knee to nose. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extending out. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extending out. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extending out. Placing that left leg on the other, past the right leg, and then gaze looks out over the right shoulder. On the next exhale, coming back to center. Right leg extends long. We're going to go 3 rounds, knee to nose here. Inhale, curling in like a cat, knee to nose. Exhale, extending out. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extending out. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extending out. Placing toes on the left edge of the mat. Gaze looks out over the left shoulder. And the next exhale, coming back to center. Threading the needle. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. Exhale, right shoulder on the mat. Staying here. Extending the left arm and or left leg long. And inhale, Right arm sweeps up. Exhale, hand to the mat. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Extending that right arm long here. Walking that right hand back in, toes extending out. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, hand to the mat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, pressing into the toes, lifting the knees up off the mat just an inch. Holding here and lowering down. 2 more rounds of that. Inhale, cow. Exhale, curling in, lifting up. Just a little core work. 1 more round. Inhale, belly down, gaze lifts. Exhale, curling in, lifting the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Your first downward facing dog of your yoga class today. On the next exhale, walking, stepping, hopping, top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, folding in, clasping opposite elbows, swaying back and forth. And on the next exhale, hands to the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms sweeping up high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, right hand, left wrist, side bend over to the right. Finding that breath. And on the next exhale, coming back up to center. Inhale, left hand, right wrist. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Coming back up to center. Hands to the side, mountain pose. 2 rounds of breath, audible exhales. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it all out. This is your time. This is your class. No stress here. No burdens here. Self-love today. Taking care of yourself. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Lowering down into Utkatasana, our chair pose. Hands can be at heart center or extending those arms out. And on the next exhale, right elbow, left knee, twisted chair. The next exhale, arms sweep up. Left elbow, right knee, twisted chair. Exhale, arms sweeping up. Hands to heart center. Moving into our tree pose. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right sole of the foot either on the right ankle, the right shin, or above the right knee. 3 rounds or 5 rounds of breath here. Opportunity to move the hands where they're comfortable, hands to hips, extending out. Letting it go. Maybe doing some fists on the quads, on those IT bands. Little bit of self-care never hurts. Left heel up off the mat, weight into the right foot. Finding our tree pose where it's comfortable. Could be left sole of the foot on the ankle, the shin, or above that right knee. Finding your breath here. And on the next exhale, letting it all go. Once again, drumming into those quads and those IT bands. Moving through a little standing sequence now. Or actually, no, we're not. Just seeing how much attention you're paying. You passed, you did a great job. Thanks for listening. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg extends long, left knee to the mat. We're moving into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Hands can stay on top of the right thigh, or arms can sweep up. Having the hands on thighs. Exhale, lifting the heel or lifting the toes up, lifting on the heel for a little low lunge. Pressing back into the right heel or right sole of the foot. Left arm to the mat. Right arm sweeps up. Twisted. Reverse lunge. On the next exhale, hands to the mat. Letting that right leg step back. Bringing the left foot forward. Left sole of the foot onto the mat. Hands to the top of the thighs. Hands to the mat, lifting up. Left toes pointed to the sky, lifting up off that left heel. Left sole of the foot back on the mat. Right hand on the mat. Left arm sweeps up. And on the next exhale, left hand to the mat. Stepping back. Finding our cat-cow. Inhale, belly down, gaze lifts for cow pose. Exhale, curling in, pressing into the toes, lifting back up, downward facing dog. Walking, tiptoeing, stepping, hopping, flying to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins, gaze looks out of the top of the mat. And on the exhale, folding in, hands to the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, the arms sweeping up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving through our standing sequence now. Inhale, left foot steps back, left foot at a 45-degree angle. Exhale, arms sweep up, knee, front knee above ankle. Warrior one. Exhale, open it up. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Gaze looks out over those right fingertips, right arm forward, left arm back. On the next inhale, right palm to the ceiling. Exhale, reversing our warrior. Gaze looks up at the right hand. Inhale, right forearm, right thigh. Exhale, left arm sweeps across the side body, Utthita Parsva Konasana, the extended side angle pose. Back foot is awake, pressing into the back foot, equal distribution in the front and the back foot. And on the next exhale, straightening that right leg, not locking the knee though. Right hand can go on right shin, knee, or ankle. Exhale, left arm sweeps up. If this causes strain in the neck, the gaze does not have to follow the hand. You can look down. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. 3 rounds of breath. And on the next exhale, bending back into that right knee, sweeping up, reversing our warrior. Right foot and left foot coming across the long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold here. Prasarita, hands to hips. Inhale, arms sweep up. Tiny back bend. Exhale, folding in. Prasarita. Hands can be on the mat, or they could stay on your hips if that feels more comfortable on your body. Walking the hands back if that feels good to be parallel to the feet. Gaze looks forward. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, sweeping up. We're going to switch sides. Left toes point to the back edge of the mat. Right foot at a 45-degree angle. We're going to sweep those arms up. Warrior one towards the back of the mat. And on the next exhale, opening up, warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. No need to be hunched up, just letting it go. Gaze can look out across and over the front fingertips. Left toes pointed forward, right foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, left palm to the sky. Exhale, reversing that warrior. Inhale, left forearm, left thigh. Exhale, right arm sweeps across the side body. On that next inhale, straightening the left leg, not locking the knee though. Left arm where it's comfortable in the left leg. Right arm sweeps up, Trikonasana. Bending the left leg, reversing, and bringing our legs back to that wide-legged stance. We're going to lift up off the heels. Hands can stay at the hips. Just find a little balance here. Up off the heels. I think I might have said up off the hips. Hands to hips, lifting off the heels and lowering down. Then lifting kind of back on the heels and all toes, 10 toes, however many toes you have, lifting up. And going back and forth. Heels off the mat, toes off the mat. 2 more rounds. Heels up, toes up. Heels up, toes up. And the next exhale, we are just going to step to the top of the mat. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank, lowering to the knees or holding plank pose. And the next exhale, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Lowering the knees down to the mat, sweeping the legs around the side, moving into Paschimottanasana. Legs extending long. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding forward. Hands can be on the knees. They could rest underneath the calves, on the shin bones, or if you have that length around the ankles or the toes. On the next exhale, walking the hands back in. Second round of Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding in. This time I'm going to have my hands around my ankles, but I have a slight bend in my knees, and that's perfectly fine in this pose. Giving yourself the self-love you need, the self-care you need. No pose should cause any pain. If it is, backing out of it. Walking the hands back in. Left sole of the foot comes in. Left knee falls to the side. Inhale, both arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over that right foot. Janu Shashasana A. Walking the hands back in. Left sole of the foot to the mat. Inhale, the right arm sweeps up. Exhale, wrapping that right hand around the left knee. And exhale. Coming back to center, letting that left leg go long. Switching sides. Right sole of the foot, right knee into the chest. Right knee falls out to the side. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over that left leg. On the next exhale, walking the hands in. Right sole of the foot to the mat. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left hand wraps around right knee. And on the next exhale, coming back, letting that right leg extend long, making our way to our backs, knees into the chest, happy baby pose, hands clasping the outer edges of both feet. And on the next exhale, soles of the feet to the mat. Great opportunity here for supported bridge pose if you'd like to put a block or a pillow beneath the low back, the sacrum, and just staying there. If you'd like to move up into bridge, I'll cue. So arms extending long, palms facing up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, lifting the hips up. Bridge pose. Watching that the knees don't fall out to the sides here. And on the next exhale, lowering one vertebrae at a time. Knees into chest, rolling side to side. Soles of the feet back on the mat. And on the exhale, lifting the hips up and back. lowering one vertebrae at a time. We're going to take a second hip opener. So a couple options here. You can move into the figure 4 hip opener, or you can bring right knee over left as though you're sitting, draping the legs cross-legged as though you're sitting in a chair, and then lifting up and clasping outer edges of both feet. Or you could take your number 4 hip opener with that knee over, or the ankle over the knee, and threading the hands through. Two more rounds of breath here. Practicing that Ujjayi inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And on the next exhale, switching sides. Once again, if you prefer that number 4 hip opener, maybe baby cradling that leg, maybe staying stagnant, maybe rolling side to side, massaging the low back. And on the next exhale, letting it go. Soles of the feet to the mat. Let's windshield wiper the legs back and forth once. And on the next exhale, soles of the feet to the ceiling, taking in an inversion here for 10 rounds of breath. You want to make some ankle circles. I still have some snaps and some cracks to get out here. Three more rounds of breath. If you'd like to stay in this inversion with the feet above the heart, giving yourself a little extra self-care for that lactic acid that builds up in your legs, maybe moving your way to legs against the wall for our sound bath in Shavasana. Maybe legs halfway up on a couch cushion or a bed. Or if you'd like to take a more traditional Shavasana position, on the next exhale, we'll lower the legs, bringing the knees into the chest. You find your Shavasana position. I am going to give us a sound bath. And I'll bring you out of Shavasana when it is time. Closing your eyes, letting the normal breath return. Nowhere to be, no thing that needs to be done. Letting yourself fully find relaxation. as you feel comfortable. Noticing how you feel compared to when we began class 50 minutes ago. Bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a big self-care hug. Knowing that your own self-care by being on the mat for this time enables you to care for the rest of the world in an even greater and more joyful and giving way. Finding small movements into bigger movements. Keeping the eyes closed if that's comfortable, or opening them up. Rolling back and forth or rolling over to your right side. And eventually making your way to a comfortable seated position. Hands to heart center. Let's close class with the sound of Om, sending out that light and love to all those who need some self-care out there on this planet, any type of being. If that's not comfortable to Om, listen to the vibration through your phone. Inhale through the nose. The light in me bows and honors the light that shines in each and every one of you. Om Shanti, peace with you and for all beings on this planet. Bowing in. Namaste. Thank you, my friends. That was Slow Flow Yoga. My name is Mike R. I'll be back next week. If you want some meditation or other slow flow yoga classes or some power flow that'll make you sweat, all available on the website, healforallpeople.org, on their YouTube page. And if you want to follow me on Instagram at the Mike Rudd, I teach HIIT Fused yoga on there 1 to 2 times a week. And I have lots of classes archived from Instagram TV that you could take as well. Until next time, give yourself some self-care every single day, whenever and however you can. Peace, friends. Namaste.